Hello, everyone. My name is Roopa Sunku, and I bring to you yet another episode of the Mentor Loop. Today, I'm going to talk to you folks about mentors, mentee, and the entire mentorship process. I am bringing you this series from Touch a Life Foundation, serving as the Chief Evangelist on their career help program. So what does mentor mean to you? It means to me improve, develop, train, motivate, coach, and inspire. So this will basically spell out the word mentor for you from the primary words in these phrases or adjectives that associate with mentorship. Mentorship allows you to gain new insight that have far-fetching impact on your management and your teams. It can continue to hone in on your coaching abilities and your mentoring abilities. It broadens your network. It gains insight on how to be a stronger advocate for your own self, your organization, and the wider organization overall. Further, it develops your leadership competencies. It broadens your perspective. It increases awareness of your personal biases, assumptions, and development approaches. It also positively influences your career and help you grow. So mentoring is giving you that outer in look of having an objective view of a person who is not in your organization, but is in a similar corporate environment or a teaching environment or a leadership environment that you are working with. So there are multiple names that are associated to mentoring, and I'm sure you have heard these before. You could be seen as a role model for a mentor, or it can talk about just the mentoring or the mentorship, coach, or a sponsor. What are the differences of those four names? Role model is someone you want to become. Mentor is somebody you talk with. A coach is somebody who talks at you, and a sponsor is one who talks about you. What is a good mentor, and what are some of the skills of being a good mentor? Sharing your knowledge and expertise, giving that objective look, as I mentioned before, expanding your network, advancing in your abilities to review, understand, and approach different leadership skills, and gain a better understanding of the workings of an organization. As a mentee, you grow in your career and are looking for those experiences that somebody else may have that can help advance your career and let you grow in a bit of an unrivaled fashion to be able to go surpass any of the road humps or the bumps in advance. It also serves as definitely a building block of your network and your ability to talk to people in a similar industry, similar field, similar career goal, or similar career path. It also allows you to navigate some of the workplace challenges, and it also helps you develop some leadership skills. In fact, just this morning, I was listening to a very powerful speaker, Patty Azarellis. And Patty says, good decisions come from experience, and experience comes from bad decisions. Don't work busy, but be impactful with whatever you do. So kind of keeping those in mind, it kind of gives you a sense of what does a mentor do and what does a sponsor do versus a coach and a role model. Let's kind of go through some of the differences between a mentor, a sponsor, and a career coach. So answering the question, who is a mentor? It can be anybody who is a step or more above you in their career and is doing well, can be in any industry or role. A sponsor, who is that person? Is somebody you're working with in a company and could also be a third-party stakeholder. Who's a career coach? It is a paid professional who will help you through your career challenges, giving you that objective view. What is a mentor? This can be defined as anyone you work on a one-on-one basis on issues that you are experiencing and want to unblock yourself, or contact somebody to kind of give you some advice overall in where you are within your career or projects that you're working with. What is a sponsor? He or she is a long-term ongoing professional who has a relationship with you and knows what you can do and what you can bring to the table. What is a career coach? Typically works with you through a particular career challenge at a specific time, and it is then got a closure in terms of the engagement itself. How does a mentor work? They will advise you and influence some of the decision making on your job that you are working with them on. How does a sponsor work? They will vouch for you on behalf of you with decision makers that will actually help you be benefited. How does a career coach work? They will give you advice but will not influence the decision making at your job. They will give you the pros and cons of a particular decision that you are considering at that moment in time. What are some of the caveats for a mentor? Advice may be limited to their own personal experiences and exposures. A sponsor needs you on your A game as their sponsee. So somebody who is sponsoring you will not be encouraged to do so if you're not at your A game in that particular role or that particular position or that particular experience. What are the caveats for a career coach? It is a paid or a client-based relationship, a provider-based relationship. So it has its limitations in terms of that service being completed or finished. So that is basically some of the differences between a sponsor, coach, and the mentor itself. So as you can tell, a mentor can be multiple people at any given point in your career for different aspects of what you're trying to achieve during that span of time. A mentor can help you set some goals and make you self-aware. They can help you be responsible and help you grow and develop. A mentor can actually be receptive and provide feedback and coaching on any situational scenarios that you're encountering or working with. A mentor can be open to giving you new ideas and making you think about various options that you may have or various perspectives that they may have. A mentor will always be available and responsive to you once they take on that opportunity to work with you, because a mentor gets as much as a mentee gives and vice versa. So it is a reciprocal relationship between the mentor and the mentee. And often enough, you will find that the mentor and mentee get more out of that relationship when they're organized and conscientious. And overall, I think it just makes you think on your feet, be more positive, learn, and have fun. So those are normally the typical advantages or benefits to a mentoring relationship that you may establish. At any given point in my career, I have established a couple of mentors, one to be more like a peer mentor and one or two to be skip level mentors. And they can also often enough be my sponsors if they are people at work. But if I choose people outside work, those folks will be able to give me that objective look and view from a distance. Typically, in a mentoring relationship, you want to set some SMART goals. SMART being specific, significant, and stretching. M standing for measurable, meaningful, and motivational. A for agreed upon, attainable, achievable, acceptable, and action-oriented. R for realistic, relevant, reasonable, rewarding, result-oriented. And T for timely, tangible, and trackable. So create a sense of purpose with the goals that you set. Make sure that it's meaningful to you and aspirational to you from a professional standpoint. Writing down all of these goals and the rules of which you will go through with your mentor can absolutely help better manage time and make it more effective. But always remember, you have to use this as an opportunity to analyze and adjust the perspectives that you're seeing, which is new to you. And don't be in a hurry and don't be disappointed if you don't see the results immediately, because it is a slow but gradual process of changing who you are, what you are, and what you're doing to see the results that you want to get. Also remember, the mentorship allows you to answer some of these questions on the career front. What have you done to develop your career? What has been some of the most significant impacts that you have had in your career? What are things that are personally very rewarding to you within your career? And what does a day in a life look like for you that is successful and that is achievable and something that you aspire for? The mentorship opportunity also avails the ability to network. This ability to establish a mentor allows you to network with people within a similar industry, a similar work profile, or it could just women at large working in a technology segment or a teaching segmentation of the community. It could also be professional associations that you work with or belong to in the field that can create a network for you. Corporate cultural expectations are definitely something that you can establish and develop mentoring exercise or a mentoring opportunity or a mentorship relationship, however you want to call it. The terminology, the ideas, and the perspective of what you're willing to do and what you're doing and what you can gain out of it and what is the difference you can make there is what you're able to ascertain, play it out, and think about how you want to position yourself for the optimal results. Personally, it's a very, very rewarding experience because you're able to go ahead and almost work it as a support system and kind of feel like you're not the only one facing or impacted by some of these issues and are able to see multiple people who are falling into the same boat, as it were, or experiencing some of these challenges overall within their careers. So with that, I will close this conversation with you. And if you're really interested in pursuing some of these conversations with me or considering mentoring or being a mentee, please reach out to us at touchalife.org/career help, and we'd love to connect with you and make you part of our family. Thank you once again and take care.